There are four types of resources. Among them, like what are the four types of resources first? Manpower, human, machinery, money, and material. Manpower, machinery, money, and material. All resources are important. But the biggest and the most important resources are manpower, human resources, manpower resources. And this topic is all about human resources. That is the manpower into that way. This is all about manpower or human resources. So when I talk about manpower or human resources, what does that mean? It means how humans work together, how team looked into that way, how team produce the things into that way. That is your manpower. Now, teams are always have challenged. Team always have challenge. Okay. Team always have challenge. Team always worked into that direction. We need to make sure that team is in the best of abilities. How the team goes towards best of abilities? Anyone? How the team goes to the best of the abilities? Can anyone tell me how they go to that? Adnan?
Yes, sir.
How the team gets to the best stage?
Uh, when they communicate well, what to do?
What else? What
What
else?
else? When they are capable to do what they are assigned for.
Okay. Kishore? Kishore?
With a good leader.
Mm-hmm. What else, guys? Anyone else?
I
Achieve.
think to get the I'm sorry.
Go ahead,
I
go
just
ahead. Go ahead. Speak,
so
please.
so I think to get the optimum of output from the team, it is very important to involve them to know tell them that what we are doing, what we are going to achieve, and how the outlook is going. I mean, more engaging conversation needs to happen with them,
Okay.
so they feel empowered as well.
Okay.
Sir, by giving confidence
Okay.
that they can do it.
Okay. Clear goal, understanding each other, teamwork, open communication. When the team understand. Acha, nobody said that we should punish them. Nobody said that give them more money. That was so interesting. Now I ask you guys, I did not said that. Why didn't you said that give us more money? Now this is a very important thing to understand. People don't go to work for money. That's very interesting. We say that we don't. We go to work for fulfillment. For fulfillment. This is a human purpose. Yes, I need food to live. I need shelter. I need clothes. But we need respect. We need identity. Thank you, Musarat. We need the most important need of human is. Can anyone tell me? How many?
Respect moral values.
Okay.
Respect their moral values.
Okay. How many you have children? Raise put or you can raise your hand. Let's see. How many of you have children? You can raise your hand. What do they need from you? What do they need you from more? They don't need respect. Like small children, not teenagers. Not love. Not caring that much. Okay, all those things are yes. Attention, significance, how important you are. That's it. That's why we go to job. That's why we go to job. Okay, so keep that, and that's what active listening is. As a project manager, the number one skill I need to have to manage my team is emotional intelligence. What is emotional intelligence? What is emotional intelligence, guys? What is emotional intelligence? G. Minajuddin, sir, what is emotional intelligence?
I
What is
think from my point of view, I think is that we are taking them into our confidence or taking our attraction. Yeah.
okay? Okay.
To make us understand, to
Okay.
feel for us, like something like that.
Okay. Okay. Said, what do you think? Empathy
Uh,
and
so can you hear me, sir?
yes, I can hear you. What is emotional
So
intelligence?
it is about understanding yourself, about the social skills, about the managing capability of a person.
Okay. Managing capability of a person. Okay. Uh, who to ask? Okay, Aisha, go ahead. Aisha, then go to be able to make
For
self-understanding.
emotional intelligence, in my case, actually, when my kids want attention, they used to say, Mama, I get this boo boo or something. Like they are getting the emotional thing to get my attention
Hmm.
and the care that I give.
Hmm. Okay.
So, this kind of things.
Okay. Okay. This kind of things. G, Ankit.
Self Emotional intelligence first starts with yourself, to first understand yourself through self awareness, and then also understanding the other perspective, and then creating empathy as a part of that process.
As a part. G, Datta, you raise your hand. Datta.
Yeah, it's already same thing. Self-awareness is the main, is
Okay. So everyone is
manage
right.
ourselves.
Everyone is right, and everyone works in that way. Asra, you have a question? Asra, you want to share? Yes, sister. Asra, go ahead.
No, actually, I raised my hand, but my fellow said these things I wanted to say for emotional intelligence.
Hmm.
So it's the same definition I wanted to.
It's the same definition. So yeah, it is 100% same thing. The first thing, emotional intelligence. Whenever I say emotional intelligence, I always get understanding others, connecting. Pooja Agarwal, ability to connect with others.
Yes, ability to emotionally connect with others,
Others.
understand their situation, what they are like.
Pooja, are you a human, right? Right?
Yes,
So
I guess.
don't you think? Don't yeah, I guess we never know. We are in a simulation. So you also have your emotions, right?
Correct.
And
Hmm.
don't you think emotional intelligence will start from inside? First, I need to manage myself. If I am in a right state, then I can listen to you, na? Yes or
Right. Yes.
right, na? For example, I love my daughter more than anyone else in the world, right? I love my daughter, and I'm sure if you are father and you have a daughter, it's the same for all of you. And if you are a mother, you love your son more than anyone else, right? So it's like,
Right.
but if you are not in the right state, if you are not happy, if you are hurt, you cannot pacify them. At least men can't. Women have that ability better. They have better emotional intelligence, right? Emotional intelligence starts here, inside. Self-awareness. Self-awareness. It starts with self-awareness. I need to know what motivates me, what demotivates me. Okay, what motivates me most nowadays? Two things. Number one, a student clearing PMP. That's it. He clears PMP, I get very motivated. Even today, after 2000 PMP, every single student, when they clear PMP, I'm very happy. What demotivates me when somebody fails? Today, Vikas had an exam from India, from USA, and he gave exam at 8 a.m. my time. At 12, he was supposed to share the result. It was 3 p.m. I called him.
Hmm.
No, no, you can mute yourself, whoever is it. Pooja, you can mute yourself. Thank you. At 3 p.m., he did not reply to me. I called him. At 5, he did not. I was very much. I had the house full class, and one person I went worried, right? At 7:30, he said, sir, I had a challenge. He passed the exam, right? He passed the exam. So I slept. I slept in a good mood. That is one thing. Second thing, very less as compared when the new students join. I know I have an opportunity to help someone to become PMP. These two things motivates, nothing else. You can buy me anything, I don't care. Whatever happens, I don't care. This is my thing. Now, throughout the life, there was a time when I started my job and I still remember, Note 2 on installments in Bahrain. In Bahrain, I was over that flow. Then when I buy like Mac, my first Mac, I was so happy for that time. That was motivation. No, it's not. Yes, I do have dreams. I want to become a billionaire. I want to get a private jet. Those things are there. They are my dreams. But on day-to-day basis, what motivates you? What motivates you? This class, answering your question, seeing you from reading so quickly, and then finally, Mohsin, understanding the elimination technique. Yogesh, slowing it down. This makes me motivated. That's why this is my passion, right? That's why that's my passion. Self-aware. What does not motivate? What makes me angry? I need to know that. Self-awareness. Then, what is the purpose of knowing you if you can't manage that? The first step is self-awareness, right? In emotional intelligence. The second is self-management. I need to manage myself, yaar. If I know myself and I don't manage myself, that's not a good thing. That's not a wise thing to do. Self-awareness, self-management. Then comes, Pooja, what you said, sister, ability to connect with others, social skills. And I'm very bad at social skills, actually. I'm an introvert person. I'm an extreme. This class is my safe environment. I'm very happy. Like my wife says, if Amer goes to a party, normally I don't go at all. If he goes, he will be sitting at the corner silent. But as soon as he will hear the three words, he will be the most talkative person in the room. And those three words are, can anyone put in the chat box? PMB. I suddenly become the most talkative. That's my passion, right? You are talking about politics, I will be like, religion. Technology, yeah, I can participate, but I don't, like, if you know, okay, I don't want to argue. But when it comes to, it's my passion, right? Social skills. Then comes what most of the people think about emotional intelligence, and that is empathy. Then comes empathy. Empathy is basically feeling what other person felt. With the meta glasses, the project, I can actually show people what I am seeing. That's a beautiful thing. Empathy at a next level, but what you are feeling. I enroll at least one online course in a quarter just to feel how you people are feeling. And normally my courses goes up to 14 hours instead of 6 hours. So don't complain me 6 hours is too much, right? If any of you enrolled in a Tony Robbins course, it goes up to 14 hours. So how do you feel? Empathy, getting into your shoes. And finally, what motivates you? 5 elements. What motivates you? One more time, self-awareness, self-management, social skills, empathy, and motivation. Now, this motivation is very interesting. There are multiple motivational theories which we are going to discuss. This motivation is very interesting. Any period of time, any time in life, you are motivated by different things. As I just explained my motivation, what does motivates you? Right now is entirely different to what motivates you 5 years back. Yes or no? Agree? I was working in an organization long back, and at that time, wireless mouse just came. And I was working in an organization, it was expensive. So I wanted to buy that wireless mouse, like I wanted my company to buy. And when my boss gave me that 3 days back, he came back, he gave that as a gift. It motivated me a lot. I was very happy. But what motivated you to today? As a project manager, I need to know. Am I clear? What motivate, like my team member is there, Hasnan and Yasir. I need to know what motivates them, which work motivates them. Is the financial mean only way? If they are having some financial difficulties and I don't know, I'm sure they will be demotivated. Right? It is very hard to do, easier to set, but it is very important to understand the motivation of a person. Okay, this is very critical. So we have multiple theories on that. One is Maslow hierarchy of need. Abraham Maslow said that there is a pyramids of thing. Once you get one thing, then you go to other, then you go. But if the basic things are not provided, you will be demotivated. For example, Kamar is drinking water. If all of you are thirsty, if Kamar is thirsty and he does not have a water, he will not be. Guys, can you hear me? Asad Ali, maybe you have some issue. Just put in the chat box to Asad that we can hear. Okay, so what was I saying? Yes, if Kamar is thirsty or Asad is unable to hear me, they will not be motivated for next things. Right? The basic needs must be satisfied. Once the basic needs are satisfied, then we move towards the next need. Like we know that food, water, shelter are the basic needs. Then safety. Are you safe there or not? Many people migrate from their countries and go to other countries because they are not safe in their country. Many people does that. Belongings. Then come love. Love is a very big need for a human. As a human being, like why children's, I always say to my wife, living in US, children's are extreme negative ROI. Your children's are extreme negative ROI. You don't get any positive ROI, especially living like if you are back at Pakistan, India, when you get old, they take care here, they will send you to old home, right? So the children are extreme negative ROI. There is no benefit of them. Give me any positive ROI of them. Just love. I know you never thought your children in that way. Sorry for ruining it to you, but I think as a business owner, I think about from every angle. They're negative ROI. You get a pet dog or cat, negative ROI. They cannot even save you. If you have a cat, a wolf came, the cat will be the first person to run. Or a small dog. Maybe dog will stay, but this is what it is. But love, we need that. Like, it is so true. I'm so tired. My daughter comes, she will kiss and hug me. I will forget all the tensions in the world. Am I right, dads? Am I right, moms? Yes or no? This happens or not? Love, belonging. This is a need, right? I remember 2 years back, my daughter was very sick. She was hospitalized, like she was getting injection, things of the, I had like $50,000 at, no, $39,000 at that moment in my account. I was willing to give every single penny I have now and forever to save her. But she got saved, alhamdulillah. But the thing is that that is love, basic needs. And then comes self-esteem. Okay. So this is Maslow hierarchy of needs. Basic needs and then up. Psychological safety. Abraham Maslow said that if lower needs are not satisfied, I'll not move towards the upper. Most of you are here, self-esteem. That's why on Sunday you are sitting here taking the class. Agree with me? That's why we are sitting here on the Sunday and having this class. Maslow hierarchy of need. Are we clear about that? I just took all of your pictures, benefit of meta classes. Maslow hierarchy of needs. Now, you see the scientists work in this way. One person work, the other person will work on what he has done. Giants, okay? One giant has done, the other giant work on that. Yes, Rashwa. Now, Maslow did that. Hertzberg said that, Maslow, you are right, but actually I can further classify it into two things. One is hygiene agent, the other is motivating agent. Hygiene agents, if they are not present, people will become demotivated. If they are not present, people will become demotivated. But no matter how much you provide that, no matter how much you provide that, people will never be motivated because of that. Hygiene agent is interesting. Hygiene agent. What is hygiene agent? Azam, your internet is a hygiene agent. If your internet is bad, you will notice it. You will demotivate it, like frustrated. But if you are getting 100 MB, you don't care. You don't go and check the speed again and again. Right? I'm hungry. I'm demotivated. But once my stomach is full, unless you are foodie like me, I would say Lahori like me, you will not be thinking about the next food. You will be okay to work. But I'm a Lahori, so my wife actually says that now with the age and with the stomach problem, I cannot eat much, but I always think about what to eat, right? So as a normal person, when you have a food, you don't care. Light, if it's darkness, you have a problem. But the light is there, I don't even notice. Hygiene agent, your environment. And then there are motivating agent. Motivating agent that gets you up in the morning, like growth, opportunity, ability to serve others. Those people who serve others, they are most motivated to work. That is one of the reason why a mother can work 10, 12 hours and then go home and cook meal, because she gets the feeling of her children. Responsibility motivates you. Responsibility motivates you, right? So this is hygiene thing. Money. Money is a very important thing. We consider money as a motivating factor, but Hertzberg said, no, 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 no. If I increase your salary 20%, you will be motivated to go work for 2 days. That's it. After that, nah, you will not be motivated. After that, you will not be motivated. You will be motivated. I'm not saying you will not be motivated. I'm not saying you will be motivated, but after that, no. For 2 days, for 3 days, after that, you will not be motivated. Clear? So Hardberg said that money is a hygiene agent. So hygiene agent and motivating agent. Are we clear about that? Hygiene agent and motivating agent. Very important. Both of them, both have their value in that. Okay. Those two theories, am I clear about them? Hertzberg, and the next theory is theory X and theory Y. So this is a more of a organizational theories. If the organization believe that people hate working, they will continuously monitor. You will have thumb in coming in the office, thumb coming out. They will record your time. That is those management. They believe in theory X, McGregor theory X. Those management which says that no, leave people alone, give them the environment, and they give them the environment, then they will be working. They will be working. They give them the environment and they will be working. Okay. So they give them the good environment, they will be working, and that will be looked into that. Clear? Give them the good environment. So your organization is in theory X or theory Y? X, Y. Yasir, why don't you put Yasir and Asnan? Your organization is theory X or Y? Solid X, X, Y, X, Y. X, Renzi says X. Majority, actually, mostly I get Y, but today I'm getting more X. That's very important. My organization, at least what I believe with my, is theory Y. I don't care what you do as long as you do the task. I'm not like at whatever time you work. For example, my team member Yasir, he works like 3 a.m. He's making videos, editing. I don't care. Asnan is doing that way. I don't care as long as task is done. Theory X Usman believes that people don't like to do work, you need to continuously monitor them. Theory wise says that give them the good environment and they will work good. This is theory X and theory Y. Acha, now what do you think in my trainings? I'm a believer of theory X or Y as a general. What do you think about me? For him, Y. For all of you who are saying Y, you are very kind to me. I'm a strong believer of theory X. My entire coaching system is based on that. Why would I do follow up with you? Why would I do follow up with you if I believe you will study? I don't believe. I actually don't believe that without accountability, people will study. I don't believe that. Yes.
Just wanted to add that our answer is based on you as a employer, not you as a our mentor or
No,
coach.
no. As a mentor, now that with my team is different. With my employers, it is different. With you guys, I'm talking about that. That is X. Okay,
Okay,
from my perspective.
understood.
Like I don't believe that people. My entire coaching system, follow-up system is based on this phenomena. I don't believe you will study. Right? I don't believe that. I need to do follow.
Absolutely, absolutely. You're right here.
Every other organization, every other trainer, they believe theory Y. And they are not wrong. And I have a discussion with best of the best trainers. They said that they are seniors, they would study themselves. That yeah, that's why 97% of your students never give the exam. I always end the line with this. Yeah, 90, and my students give exam. Otherwise, I message them. Hassan Trimzi does. And let's say if you join 2024 and in 2025 June you did not do, then I sent an Ashpa behind you, like another trainer behind you whose job is to make sure who haven't done in 6 months to follow up with them. Okay, that is a different thing because my belief is different. It's best or not. Tell me after you clear the PMPSL, right? So this is theory X and theory Y. Sir, the other two theories you have. Every theory is basically what a project manager believe. It is for understanding. Okay, that is basically understanding of a person individual. Acha. Then we have theory halo effect. How many of you, and to be very true, no judging, how many of you wear branded cloth? Anyone who wear branded cloth? Okay, Datta, who else? Sometimes. Why do you do that? Because you follow someone. You have seen someone wearing that. I actually, when I was in Dubai, I went to 15 shops because I wanted to buy specific Nike shoes which Gary Vaynerchuk was wearing. I normally don't wear those, but I follow him rigorously. I do that. I bought Apple Watch, the worst watch ever, like the worst buying thing ever, because I like these watch. This is, oh bro, this is good. It shows me time, right? So Apple Watch, you daily have to charge just because I saw Grand Cardin wearing it. Halo effect. Halo effect is that a politician become a businessman become politician and you follow them. An athlete become a politician, you vote him, right? All this is why we believe they have done that thing good, they will also do this thing good. We believe that. Halo effect. All the brand deals, these athletes like Virat Kohli has so many brand deals. I don't know. All the athletes, all the stars, they have these things. Why we do that? Because we believe that they are doing, we'll do it. Halo effect. Kamer, I did not mention the name. Let's not mention the name again. No politics. Okay. So very important thing, halo effect, right? Then bandwagon effect. I explained the bandwagon effect. These theories a project manager should know. This is that what people believe in. Bandwagon effect. If one person will do, 10% will do. Like if even if you believe on, like why I say answer me directly when we are solving question answer. 10 people put B answer. Even if you believe C is the answer, you will not put C unless you have a strong willpower. We want to belong to the group. We want to belong to the group. As That's how the children start. Asad, put in your question in the chat box. That's how basically we start smoking. I was never a smoker because my group never smoke. Never. But there was people who are friends, they were smoking because their groups used to smoke. Right? Bandwagon effect. The next, people follow the crowd. Yes, exactly, Vikas. To avoid bandwagon, why should we engage? No, this is not about stakeholders, Asad. This is about emotional intelligence. As a project manager, you should understand emotional intelligence. You should understand emotional intelligence. This is the skill that you should have. Okay? This is the skill you should have. This is learning. This is the skill that we need to have. Okay? Acha. Coming to the next thing, the next motivational theory. The next motivational theory is McClelland theory. McClelland said that people are either motivated by power, achievement, or affiliation, or a combination of them. But one factor is more predominant. Yes, Usman, your understanding is right. Are you motivated more by power, achievement, or affiliation? I am very much motivated by achievement. Then now I'm moving towards more affiliation. I don't care about power. God never gave me height or body to have a power, so I never cared about. I never had a fight in my life. Never. I never had a fight in my life. So I never cared about power. Power, achievement, or affiliation. Put in the chat box, guys. What are you motivated by? Power, achievement, or affiliation? Achievement, achievement. Let me give you an example. How people work, how people are different. My wife, she cleared driving license. I bought her four gifts because I was so happy she cleared the driving license. And when she came out of the driving license, and she was like, "How was it?" "Oh, I cleared it." She never cared about achievement. She's done with PGMP. I said, "How was that? You cleared it?" I was 10 times more happy. Yeah, I passed the exam. She does not care about achievement that one, not their affiliation. Power, she is extremely motivated. Strong working women are highly motivated by power. That's how they become strong working women. And for me, I bought like, I was so happy, overjoyed, every single set. That's why I write success journeys. It's not for you. I am happy. I am writing down that story. Like I remember how Asad joined my program, how Kishore and I had so many discussions, how Ali joined, how Farhan joined, the entire journey, how Mohsin joined, how I had a discussion with him, how Mohsin bring his friend with him. I remember all the success journeys. Right? I remember that how I had a discussion with Yugesh. Now Naveen and I had very less discussion, but still he mustn't bring him there. How Fran joined that. How I remember the entire journeys. How Said messaged me on Instagram, on emailed me. How now you know that how much I remember. This will be throughout the journey. How I followed with Vishnu, how immediately Datta joined. Like I had to have like multiple messages with him. His friend didn't join. He will join right? Datta, I'm right. So every single person who joined the program, I remember. That motivates me. I'm motivated by achievement. Right? That is important. How Rakesh joined and how every one of you joined. Clear? How Minajuddin joined and he immediately bring his cousin Ansari and he immediately joined. Minaj, am I right or not? Right?
Yeah, exactly.
So this is how do I remember? It's been like some of you joined a month back, some of you joined 2 days back. I remember because that's my achievement. And now I am responsible for them. That motivates me. So these are the motivational theories that we need to understand. Okay. Yes, each has a different things in that. Very important thing as a project manager, I need to understand these emotional intelligence. Am I clear? Acha, how it will be beneficial? How it will be beneficial? It will be beneficial to handle conflict. Guys, is conflict good or bad? Is conflict good or bad? Conflict is neither good nor bad. It's all about how you manage the conflict. Conflict has nothing to do with that. We need to understand how those conflicts are going to be handled. It's about how do you manage that conflict. Okay? It's more about me than about you. How I manage that conflict, how I handled that conflict. Okay? So, in order to handle conflict, the first thing is that we must have a ground rules and team charter. What is that? Let's take a break of 5 minutes. I know motivational theories can be tiring. Let's take a break of 5 minutes, come back after 5 minutes, and then conflict management. Practically, it's impossible that in the PMP exam, you don't get a question on conflict management. So take a 5 minute break and then we'll discuss it further. Okay? As a project manager, you make ground rules. Okay, in the start, and a document that is called team charter. What is the name of the document? Put in the chat box. Team charter. So this should be made in the start as the team comes. Whenever the conflict happens, team charter is something that will be followed. Team charter talks about how to handle conflicts. It talks about what is our vision, why we are here, what values we are going to have, how to take decisions, even decisions. And of course, ground rules is also considered a separate document, but it is also the part of that. Some organizations called it working agreement. Some organizations called it working agreement. Motivational theory is difficult to remember. Is there a way we don't get confused and remember? When you will do 2-3 times, you will remember it. Don't worry about it. Team charter is a very important document. Okay. So how to take a decision? Okay. For example, let me give you a few ways. If I explain something and you understand, you make 5. If you disagree, you punch me down. One more time, you do high five with me or you punch me. This is called fist of 5. Mohsin, fist, disagree, 5, high five. Okay. Is it clear? So you can easily show, like, it's easy to make decision. Agree, disagree. Agree, disagree. Okay. This is fist of 5. Plus, there is a Roman voting. Agree, disagree, I don't care. Agree, disagree, don't make a decision. Clear? So when this arrow is asked, don't do like this. Okay? Decision, how to take the decisions. Then when we are taking decisions, are we going to take decision when more than 50% agree? Like majority decisions are this when 50% agree. This is called voting. If 50% agree, we called it majority. If 100% agree, we called it unanimity. That every person. If one person is making decision, it is called autocratic or dictatorship. These 3 are clear to everybody. If it is not clear, I'll explain one more time. Majority is more than 50% votes. That's how elections are done. Autocratic is dictatorship. One person make the decision. Unanimity is everyone agrees. Unanimity. Unanimous decision. Then we also have, let's say, like it's very easy to get majority. 2 options are there. One person get 51, other person get 49. You get majority. But if there are more than 2 options, then normally we cannot get 50%. Then comes another type of decision that is called polarity. Polarity means whoever has more vote, whoever has more, right? So let's say there are 3 options, A, B, and C. And there are 10 people who are gonna decide. Let's say we are gonna eat apple, burgers, or we are gonna go for coffee. 4% said we are gonna go for apple. 3% said burger. 3% coffee. You did not get more than 50%. We don't have majority unanimity. So whichever has more vote, we will do that. This is how we take decisions, and this must be written in team charter. What are the way to take decision? Clear? What are the way to take decision? This is team charter. Clear to everybody? Okay. Who makes the team charter? At the start, project manager make the team charter, Kishore, but later on the team will, because team is gonna follow. It is called working agreement. Later on, team will be follow that. Okay. Acha, whenever I am hiring team member, one thing is very important. I need self-motivated people. Those people I want, there are people like I-type leader. I-type leader are those people who are very good at one thing, but they don't have idea about anything else. They are very good about one thing, but they have no idea about any other thing. Like my brother, he's a neurosurgeon. He had no idea what is AI. Like last time when I went to Pakistan, I said to him, tell me about any disease. I turned the voice note on. He said me this disease. The AI gave him the solution. He was actually taken back. What is this? He's best at his job. He's a brain doctor. You guys know how much highly paid those people are. He's a brain doctor, but he has no idea about how to attach emails or things of those nature. It's his I-type leader, specialist. Then there are those people who have a knowledge of everything, but they are not good at anything. Right? Jackal of all trades. I don't need that. Master of none, jackal of all trades. This is the first time I got it right in last 2 years. I always say it wrong. Am I saying right or wrong? Jack of all trades, master of none. I don't need those. I need those people who are good at one field, but they also have idea about other domains. This is called cross-functional team member or T-type leader. I call them T-type leader. Cross-functional team member. Asad Ali, why I need a T-type leader? You see, why I need a T-type leader, sir? Tell me.
Sir, so it's because we should not have any showstoppers, so we
Beautiful.
can
Beautiful.
keep the stone rolling. Yeah.
This is a very important thing. We don't want anyone. We don't want anyone. Like if they leave the organization, I'm done. I had done this thing when I was at the start of my organization. I hired my cousin. He used to do everything about. He was very good. He used to do everything, but then he left, and suddenly I was like taken aback. Now I'm trying to do that. Everyone, here you go, Ankit. At least people can do that job. In my organization, at least 2 people can do the same job. T-type leader. So that if anyone leaves, it does not become problem. Avoid bottlenecks, Asad. Yes, you already wrote it. So we need to do that, and it must be there. Now, we discussed emotional intelligence, T-type leader, a very important thing about the conflict. This is my job as a project manager to provide an environment where people can make mistakes. Please understand that. I need this. This should be my responsibility as a project manager to provide an environment in which people can make mistake. People can make mistakes. People can learn from those mistakes. Things of those nature. This is my responsibility. As a project manager, I should provide an environment in which people can make mistake and they learn from it. If they make mistake first time, that's okay. But if they are making same mistake again and again, now that's a problem. So I need to make sure once they make a mistake, they learn from that mistake. We provide a learning system there. But I need to Build a safe environment there. That is very critical. I need to build a safe environment. If they made a mistake, they can come to me and tell me, hey Amir, I made this mistake. What do you recommend? What should I do? I made this mistake. Please let me know how should I do that. This is a safe environment. That's why on day one, I ask you to ask questions, right? I gave you multiple options how to ask the question. I'm trying to build a safe environment here where you feel safe to ask the questions, right? I, I should try to do that at least because I don't know who among you is introvert. Introvert means a person who does not like to talk to others. And whoever is extrovert, we can easily find out. He will be the one talking all the time, right? Extrovert, introverts, we need to know. So now, once a conflict happen, what should the project manager do? What do you think? What should the project manager do? Go and solve the conflict immediately, right? Guys, is it right or wrong? No, why not? Yes, thank you very much. A project manager shall never take action in a fast way, in a hastily way. No, no, no. He need to identify the source of conflict, why the conflict is happening. Because if he does not handle conflict properly, it can lead to poor performance. But you see, conflict, I have a video, I guess if I, yes, I had a video, just give me 1 second. I had a very beautiful video saying of Steve Jobs, how the conflict, I don't know, the team member shared it with me. I actually wanted to post it for, just give me 1 second. How the conflict happened. Music credit. Oh yeah, find it.
It's like when I was a young kid, there was a widow.
Guys, you can hear the voice now?
And he was in his 80s. He's a little scary looking, and I got to know him a little bit. I think he might have paid me to mow his lawn or something. And one day he said, "Come on into my garage. I want to show you something." And he pulled out this dusty old rock tumbler. It was a motor and a coffee can and a little band between them. And he said, "Come on with me." We went out to the back and we got some rocks, some regular old ugly rocks. And we put them in the can with a little bit of liquid and a little bit of grit powder. And we closed the can up and he turned this motor on. He said, "Come back tomorrow." And this can was making a racket as the stones were. And I came back the next day and we opened the can and we took out these amazingly beautiful polished rocks. The same common stones that had gone in through rubbing against each other like this, creating a little bit of friction, creating a little bit of noise, had come out these beautiful polished rocks. And that's always been in my mind my metaphor for a team working really hard on something they're passionate about is that it's through the team, through that group of incredibly talented people bumping up against each other, having arguments, having fights sometimes, making some noise, and working together, they polish each other. And they polish the ideas, and what comes out are these really beautiful stones. Yeah.
That is one of the best definition I have seen of team, of why the conflicts are important. If it is managed properly, they become polished rocks, right? So you need to manage as a project manager conflict there, right? You need to manage a conflict, how the conflict happen, how to work into that. You need to identify it. Once you identify it, you need to use emotional intelligence, listens them, and then understand that people are not bad. 99.99% are not bad. They're same. They want the same thing. Like I love what Jeff Bezos said. I don't see a future where people don't want quick delivery and lower price. It's never like it's never gonna happen. But people, there's always a competition. There's a difference values. Like they do different work, they prefer to do work differently. They are not communication get breakdowns, whatever is there. You need to identify the source of the conflict, why this happens. And when you are handling the conflict, always understand 5 levels of conflict. How many levels? 5 levels. Let's discuss those 5 levels, and they are very important and critical. The first level I like to call is problem to be solved. Now there's a problem to be solved. It's a conflict at level 1. Here, project manager don't participate. Let the team make the mistake. I have to let the team make mistake. If they don't make mistake, they will never learn. Here, the language is open. People are talking about only conflict. Language is open. It's open language. People is talking about a conflict, how to resolve a problem. They are talking, hey, this is the better way to do this. I guess this work can be done. Something like that. PM just listen to it, does not participate. No action. If the conflict is not resolved here, it becomes a disagreement. No, you are wrong. No, your way is wrong. Okay? You have always been wrong. Something like here, if the project manager find language to be, it has come to from conflict to you are wrong, he tried to de-escalate it to first level. If it is not handled here, it goes to contest. For me to win, you need to lose. Like we make a competition out of it. We make a competition that if my ways goes, there is a problem. Okay, I need to resolve it. Contest. Project manager need to use team charter and tell them it's not about you. It's about the organization. It's about the project. This I called crusade or fight or flight. This is level 4 conflict. Here, first we were saying you are wrong. Now we start saying you people have always been wrong. Group thinking, very dangerous. Group thinking. Okay, you people have always done this thing. You people never listens to anyone. From individual to group, you are moving. You need to use diplomacy to break this conflict, to de-escalate it. Okay, if the conflict is not handled here, it gets physical, and I call it world war or intraceable situation. Now people are getting abusive, physical. They are moving towards a physical way. You cannot do anything. Put them aside, separate them. Who get, if have you ever tried to stop any fight? Who get beaten most? The one who is trying to stop. So just put them away. Don't try to come in between. Let the things cool down. Sometimes humans just need time to cool off. Ceasefire. Rethink about their things. What mother does, ask children, go and stand on the wall and think about what you did. Cool down. Like if two children are fighting, you don't slap. That is on one way. You slap both of them or just separate them and ask them just go and think what you have done. Whatever works for you. Okay. 5 level of conflict. At what level project manager don't participate? Put in the chat box. Level 1. At what level project manager cannot do anything? Level 5. At what level? Level 5. Shabazz, at level 1, we should not do. At level 5, we cannot do. At what level things start getting abusive or physical? Level 5, level 5. It was a trick question. I again asked a question about level 5. Many people make it level 4. Guys, that's why not remembering, understanding. At what level I say in order for me to win, you need to lose. I make it a contest. Level 3. Okay. All the levels we need to understand. These 5 level of conflict. One, I understand the reason of the conflict, why it happened. Now I understand the level of at which level the conflict is. Okay. This is clear to everybody. Put it in the chat box yes or no. Is it clear or not? You can put why one, just why if you don't like to type complete yes, clear. Okay. Now, once I understand there are multiple conflict management technique, contest is Numan Salim. For me to win, you need to lose. It's a win-lose situation. I consider that, okay, the only way I can win is actually when you lose. Otherwise, I cannot win. So win-lose situation. For me to win, you need to lose. I call it win-lose situation. Okay? Win-lose situation. Okay. What does PM do at level 3 and level 4? At level 3, he tries to set the vision that it's not about you, that we are winning here and we are losing here. We need to tell them it's about the team, it's about the project we need to do. At level 4, I need to use diplomacy. Like diplomacy is using language to break that group thinking. And break that group thinking. It's team member. Project manager is looking at him. We are talking about conflict among two team members. If the conflict is between team members and project manager, the team member has to go home, or we need to get sponsor involved. Okay. Then we may have to my way or highway. Okay. Okay. When conflict at level 5 cool down situation, it goes back to Numan Ghaffar. It goes to level 4. And then we need to see. Sometime when the conflicts cool down, maybe it goes back directly to level 2. You never know. Sometimes just like for me, when I'm angry, once I cool down, I understand it was my mistake. When we are angry, we don't understand anything at all. Right? Ankit, which is not clear to you? If all the thing is not, you can watch the recording again. If something is not specific, please ask. What will happen after level 5? The world war, what happened after level 5? The project is destroyed. Group blaming is in which level? So one more time for everybody. Ankit, here for you again. Level 1 is where we are trying to solve a problem. Project manager does not participate. Level 2, where now we are talking about a problem here. The problem need to be resolved. Level 3 is a contest where I'm saying win to lose. Level 4 is a crusade, that is group thinking. Level 5 is a world war. Okay, these are the 5 level of conflict. No, it can be an issue. Any problem is an issue. Okay, every problem, everything is an issue. If there's a conflict, HR never gets involved. We don't want to. HR or sponsor is basically incapability of a project manager of handling the conflict. As we don't want to handle that. Now there are certain things where HR needs to immediately get involved. That is, if there's a gender issue, if there is a color, a religion, like all those things which I said on day one, those things which are not acceptable in any diversity environment. If those problems are there, then you may have to get HR involved. Otherwise, project manager does not do that. We don't want to get HR involved as well. Okay, as a general, we don't want that. Clear? Yeah, compliance can also be there. Okay, so why it is showing this thing? Stop this screen. Okay. So once we identify it, now we are at conflict management strategies. How to handle conflict. Here, project manager care for others. He think that team members are important. Here, project manager care for himself. How project manager is going to handle those different conflicts? Now we are going to discuss those different types of conflict. Okay. So here, when I care about them, my team, as well as I care about myself, I try to get a win-win situation. Here, where I don't care about them, I don't care about my team, I go for a lose-lose situation. I don't care about them. Lose-lose situation. Here I care more about timeline or the project. I don't care about the win-lose situation. Here I care more about them as I compare about myself. This is a lose-win situation. So different conflict management strategies for you guys. Win-win, we can problem solve, we will discuss with them and try to come out with a solution. It can be collaboration, collaborate, even confronting them. That's what we call win-win situation. We discuss the problem, come out by collaborating or confronting, and try to find a solution that works for both parties. It can be out of the box solution. It can be, but we find a solution that works for everybody. We find a solution that works for every single person and they can use that solution, right? We find a solution that works for them and they can use that solution. That is win-win situation. Lose-lose situation is very interesting. Lose-lose situation, I call it avoid the conflict or withdraw. Here the other person most of the time does not even know he has a conflict. For example, if a sponsor is late in the meeting, I just document it. I don't even discuss with him. Lose-lose situation. Conflict is in my brain. I'm not doing anything proactively. It's a lose-lose situation. Win-lose. I force the solution. A problem is there. I go there. I just say, do this thing. We don't have time for this. Do this thing. Do my way. This is what my way or highway. This is what my way or highway. Lose win. Now, lose win is mostly used for our boss or important team members. It is, I accommodate my boss. Okay, whatever you are saying, I'll accommodate it. Okay, this is lose win. Acha, there's another type of lose win that is called smoothing. Smoothing is, I listen to them, I understand there's a conflict, but I tell them this is important, I agree with you, but we will discuss it later. We are in a project busyness. Your conflict is important, what you are saying, but we have an important issue that we need to solve. Okay. So we have an important thing that we need to solve. Okay. That is smoothing the conflict, delaying the conflict for some other better time. Clear? Clear to everybody? Important thing. Okay. What do you think? Which technique PM are using? It all depends the requirement. All techniques are more important depending upon the requirement. And sometimes you need, like, I love to problem solve, but I have to avoid many conflict. I cannot jump into every conflict. Sometimes I force my solution. Okay. Sometimes I force my solution. It all depends what is needed. Then we have, Ankit, you can see now, we have compromise. Compromise is a very interesting thing. Both parties, it's also a lose-lose situation. Both parties give up something. In compromise, both parties give up something. Like let's say both are standing here, they move a step behind. This is compromising. Okay, this is compromising. Clear to everybody? These are conflict management techniques, and this is how you manage a conflict in a project. This is how you manage a conflict in a project. Okay, emotional intelligence again play a great role here. There are the plan that we use in the resource topic. The team is also known as resource topic. Is called resource management plan. Just like stakeholder communication plan, the plan is called resource management plan. It talks about how do I acquire the resources. What do you mean by acquiring the resources? You see, when I'm getting the resources, I need to see. Now I'm talking about only human resources. Okay? Everybody, we discussed this thing. Na? There are 4 types of resources: manpower, machinery, money, material. When I'm talking about resources, we are talking about human, right? We are talking about human resources. There are 4 types of resources: manpower, machinery, money, material. Right? When I talk about manpower, which type of resources are needed? Which type of resources are needed? Do you need physical resources? कमर आपको पहले लेबर चाहिए. Do you need physical resources or do you need virtual resources? Right? Which resources you need? Then, what Naveen Saab said, do you need what level of skill is required? Okay. No, Kamar, you cannot say na physical. It can be you need some virtual resources. A consultant is need to review a report. You don't want him to pay $10,000 come from US just to review a report. He can review a report maybe in Europe and he can give you back his comments. Identify which resources need, what level of skills are needed. Right? What is your job? Which level of skills are needed? For example, if you are coming in a PMP training, you need a person who is expert in it. Let's say level 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 to 5 level is that skill level. You need an expert person. You don't want somebody, at least I don't want, I'm going for a training and the person is training for the first time. I appreciate that if someone, but I don't want to take training for him. I don't want to pay him for that. At least not $699. Right? I want somebody to be expert of that field so that I will pay him. Make sense? What level needed? But we also need beginners. Right? So every project you need to identify how do you acquire the resources, what skills are needed, and then identify it. Once you get the resources, once you have get the resources, acquire the resources, I need to develop them. It's very critical. Once you acquire the resources, you need to develop them. What does developing mean? Developing mean check their skill level of all the resources. Do training need assessment? TNA. TNA means training need assessment. What are their skill level? What training they need and provide them those training. At the start of the project, the entire team may need training. But as we move forward, maybe some people need training, some people don't need training. Okay? Some people need that training, some people don't need that training. Make sense? Yes or no? Some people needs that training, some people don't need that training. We need to look into that. Okay? So provide that training. Now the training is done, that's it. No. Once the training is done, measure training outcomes. I provide you this training. Immediately I ask you to make a mind map. I ask you to do the question answer. Training outcomes. And then RCA. You got my point, no? Training outcomes and measure that, how things have happened there. And if it's need retraining, continuously work on that. Continuously we need to do that. At the start, we provide training to the all the team, but as we move forward, individual trainings may be needed. Right? Individuals training may be needed. Clear? This is your job to develop them. Acquire the team member, develop them, and then we discussed about manage them. We just discussed how do we manage the conflict, and then finally release them. This is your resource management plan. How to acquire, develop, manage, and control the team member. Then we have RACI chart. RACI chart talk about who is responsible to complete a task, who is accountable to complete a task, whom to consult, whom to inform. Like, who is responsible for this thing? Okay, he is responsible, but at the end of the day, who is accountable? Whose neck will be online? Responsible, accountable. Okay, whom I have to consult for this thing? Is there anyone whom I have to inform? A detailed chart. Like, for example, in your batch, Hassan Trimji is responsible for all of you. He's a facilitator, but I am accountable here. At the end of the day, you will get my neck if you don't pass. I am accountable, right? Whom to inform? Many things you will be informing Hasnan. Yes, Nan, do this, do that. We will be working along the way and consulting each other. That's Ali I am explaining. RASI stands for who is responsible, who is accountable, whom to consult, whom to inform. Okay, RASI chart. So many organizations only used one part of it. This is 4 type. This is a comprehensive chart. Many organizations that only use responsibility assignment matrix. Who is responsible? They don't want who is accountable. They say, okay, he's responsible, he's responsible. Okay, that is called RAM. Only the R part they use, right? Response instead of that, you only use the R part. Responsible. Who is responsible? RAM. Responsibility, accountant, and metrics. They only look about that part. They don't care about the remaining thing. Okay, they say, okay, those are important, but we don't care about that. The most important thing is at the end of the day, who is responsible? So we will be only talking about them. That is also okay. As I keep on saying, everyone has their own way. We just need to see what works for us. Okay, what works for us. Acha. When we are talking about the team, we need to talk about how teams are developed. Team does not get developed in one day. Okay, team passes through different stages. Team passes through different stages. We called it as a Tuckman ladder or stages of team. Let's watch a video on it. Guys, were you able to hear the sound? Are you able to hear the sound? Please let me know. Okay, good.
Back in 1965, a psychologist named Bruce Tuckman observed that teams go through 5 stages: forming, storming, norming, performing, and adjourning. Tuckman didn't just have a knack for rhyming, although that does make his model easier to remember. Understanding and supporting the team through each phase can be vital to helping it become a high-functioning team. Initially, the team is introduced. Everyone is polite, pleasant, even eager. This is the forming stage, when most team members are excited to start something new and get to know the others. Then, of course, reality sets in. During the storming phase, the weight of the task at hand sinks in. The initial excitement and the need to be polite wear off. Soon enough, people start to notice and appreciate each other's strengths. This is the norming stage, when the group starts to settle into a groove. Everyone is contributing and working as a cohesive unit. Eventually, the new team's members are confident and familiar enough with the project and their team that they can operate without supervision. This is the performing stage, when everyone on the team is on the same page and driving full speed ahead toward the final goal. In 1977, Tuckman added a 5th state, adjourning. Sadly, not a perfect rhyme. This phase is sometimes known as mourning because the team members have grown close and feel a loss now that the experience is over. The point of having a team is to work together. Understanding how teams develop and supporting that development.
Is it clear? Is it clear to everybody? Tuckman ladder, how the team passes through. Let me show you one more time how the team passes through different stages. So let's say this is stages of team. Here I put time. Here I put productivity. At stage 1 is known as forming stage. The team just came. The team just came here, right? They have no idea. They are confused. They lack direction. Project manager make team charter. He make team charter, guide them, provide them a direction. He's more of an autocratic nature. If I talk about project manager leadership style, he will be autocratic, like dictator. Do this, do that, do this. He has to be. When people says autocratic nature, like I don't want at the start to be a servant leader. No, otherwise people will be lost. I need to provide them a direction. Guys, in our life, whom we respect more? Those person who do whatever we say, or those who give us the right direction? They are hard, but they are right, and we respect them. This is how life is. We respect that family member to those teachers who are very hard because they know the way. They know why they were hard. So directive in nature. We make team charter here. We provided them training here at forming stage. Here project manager is directive in nature. Then come storming stage. Here I need to act like a coach, be a servant leader, listen to my team, listen to the problems what my team has, and solve those problems. Here the entire emotional intelligence and the conflict management come. Storming phase. Anytime the team has a conflict, they are in the storming phase. Am I clear, guys? Anytime a team has a conflict, they are in a storming phase. Then slowly, we try to understand their habits and they reach to the norming phase. Now I understand, they understand each other. Still, here I need to support the team members, act like a mentor. Okay, support them. Finally, team reach to the ideal stage that is called performing. Here I delegate the task. Let you do your thing. You know how to do it. And finally, adjourning stage. Again, team is leaving. They need our support and they need our coaching. This is Tuckman ladder. If I draw it from there, you see productivity decreased, then improved, and then as team leaves. Stages of team. Project manager at different stage have different leadership styles. Sometimes he is acting like a servant leader. What is a servant leader? G, what is a servant leader? Anyone can explain me? What is a servant? When you hear the word servant leader, anyone can raise the hand and can explain me what this servant leader is. In the meantime, I'll find one video. Okay, so servant leader is someone who provides the training needs, identify the training requirement. Yes, Said, go ahead. I'll give everyone to yeah. Yes, Said.
Servant leader is a person who is more than a helper. He carries the food and water. He helps out in each and every manner.
Okay. Ankit?
A servant leader is a person who, the kind of leader he is, basically, he's not directing or he's not forcing, but ready to help the team at every level so that they can achieve the goal.
Okay. Yes, Numan?
A servant leader, that person which help the person. Let's suppose I am doing one thing, but I have fear about I have to someone help me back to support me. That is the basic servant leader.
Okay. Okay. Yes, Swapnali?
It's basically a kind of leader who focuses on the team and serves the team and like also concerned about the well-being of the people in the team along with leading the team.
Good, good. Serves the team, supports it. He's a mentor, he's a good listener. I like to use a mentor of a mother or a father. What does a mother do? Mother by nature is a protective in nature. She does provide food. She does provide water. She shields the children from everything. But if children is trying to walk, she will not never hold him every single time. She will say, okay, stand, fall, try again. Right? That's how we learn walking now. Let me give you a example. Now this is called servant leadership mentality. The kid is going up. I'm standing there to make sure she does not fall. I'm just going behind her, making sure that she is trained properly. And if she is going to fall, I need to make sure do that. Now understand this servant leadership mentality, and you will clear your. This is the crust of PM. Now I misses her. She's my brother's daughter. She's very cute. So servant leadership is being there for them, right? This is very important. It's in between directive and what other we talk about less is fire. Less is fair or less is fire. Less is fair is absent father. He's there, but his team make the mistake, team do it themselves. At delegate stage, if I talk about Tuckman ladder, at delegate stage, now he delegated the task, they are responsible to do that. They are responsible to do that. Project manager is not there every time making the decisions for. No, they he empowered the team member and he held them accountable. Clear? Right? He empowered them and then he held them accountable. This is less is fire. Then some project managers perform like, I'm sure you have managers, transactional. If you do something, you get promotion. If you don't do something, you don't get promotion. That is called transactional leadership. Then we have transformational leaders. Transformational leaders are those they transform the entire team. They take a team, they develop them, and they make them better. Less is fair. I just put the wording in the chat box. Okay. Transformational leaders. They change the entire team. Okay. We also have charismatic leader. These are different leadership style. One man show, like Superman. If Superman is there, he's there. If he's not there, we cannot do anything. Right? Now, all these are there, but we need to see which is the best leadership style in our requirement. Less is fair is like an absent father. Now, team is there, they are responsible. Ankit, they are making their decision. If good happen, good to them. If bad happen, bad to them. Okay. If good happen, they will do good. If bad happen, then that's their problem. Right? This is an important thing in less is fire. So all the leadership styles are critical, but project management use this one. Project management use this one. Okay. All the leadership styles are important. Norming is again servant leadership. In norming, we use also servant leadership, Vishnu, because norming is a very interesting stage. If it is not handled properly, it will come back to storming. If it is handled properly, it is going up. So you can consider norming is more of a teenager stage. You need to take care of that, right? Storming is your like your kid is small, you need to continuously work with that. Make sure they don't have any conflict. But in a teenager state, you don't need to be always there, but you need to be there, right? I don't want to be, if I had a teenage children, I'm not gonna all the time bugging them. They will get irritated. But I'm not that away that they do drugs and things like that. I don't have an idea. Right? So that important stage. Transformational leader is Ahmed, somebody who takes you and transform you into a better person. There are leaders who take the team, work with them, and when they leave, the team has become better because they were there. Right? They are transformational leader. Okay. We also have one more document in that is called resource calendar. As the name suggests, calendar. Resource calendars actually give us the dates when the resources will be available, right? So we use that a lot. It's like when we want to put which resource will come when, we use the resource calendar. Resource calendar help us to understand when those resources will come, when those resources will not come. So we can plan using those things. A very important thing I want to share here, whenever you are building a cross-functional team, T-type leader, also known as self-organizing team, we always want to identify the, as I said, strength of the team, right? Respecting the diversity, provide the task according to the strength of the team. When I provide the task according to the strength of the team, I can work into that. Of course, the challenging, like virtual team has challenges. Those challenges we need to understand. We need to manage. There's a thing that is called rewards, a tangible money thing, and recognition. Both are needed. Both have their value. Rewards have their value. Recognition has their value. But we need to provide both rewards and recognition according to the requirement. We need to provide reward and recognition according to the requirement. You see, as a project manager, I will coach you. Okay. I will mentor you. Training is skills, like technical skills. Coaching is emotional thing. Mentoring is supporting throughout the journey. Right? So we need to do all those things as a project manager. Am I clear about this? Okay. RACI is responsibility, accountability, consult, inform. Okay. Guys, I want to start the most important topic of the PMP, agile. Now we can either start now and take break after 30 minutes, or we can take breaks, dinner break right now, 30 minutes break, and start the topic after the break. What do you want?